morning, everyone, and welcome to another broadcast here on RioSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling with you, coming to you. Back again from Toloso Midway as we are set to go with another softball action game here. This is a big playoff game, game 2 of a best-of-3 series. San Antonio Southwest takes on San Benito. I'm joined by Kevin Naro for a few minutes here. He's a writer for the Valley Morning Star, and he was here last night for the big, tremendous comeback for the Rio Hondo Bobcats. And Kevin, can we expect the same type of magic here, or will we ever see that kind of magic again?
I don't think we'll see that kind of magic again here. Those games happen maybe once every couple years, but for San Benito, it's going to be business as usual. The scary thing is that they threw Sarah Garcia last night, their number 2. Today they're throwing their number 1, Nana Carizales, who's pitching the best she's been pitching all year. She had a 2-hit, 8-strikeout shutout against Edinburgh North in the bi-district round. She's playing with confidence. San Benito is playing with confidence. Last night they didn't have a very disciplined approach at the plate. Today that's something that they're going to be looking to do. Look for them to be more patient at the plate, for them to play more crisp defense. But their leadoff hitter, it was leading off today for Audrey Huerta. She's been swinging a hot bat. She's one of the 5 seniors that San Benito has on this team. So I'm expecting San Benito to be business as usual. Look for Nana to dominate in the circle, and look for this lineup to be more patient today at the plate.
If they go game 3, it'll play here today. Kevin, will they go with the same pitcher? Last question.
They could go back to Sarah. They could go back to Sarah and then turn back to Nana in game 3 if they need it.
Off Kevin goes to work. He's going to be writing this story for the Valley Morning Star, and be sure you read all of that. First pitch in there is ball 1, and away we go. We had rain this morning when we first got here. Cloud cover throughout our setup. And then right before we flip the switch, bright sunshine fills the day. Next pitch coming in. Swing and a high fly ball into short center field, left center field. That's going to be caught for the first out of the inning. And that's how this game begins. One down here in the top of the first. Brings in Destiny Hernandez. Hernandez will be playing left field today for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. It's Huerta, Hernandez, Rangel, then Gonzalez, Hasso Garcia, Lopez Cisnero, and April Garcia for San Benito here today. On the mound is Deja Tapia. First pitch coming. A little high for ball 1. Umpire's got a good cadence to him. He calls the balls out loud. Some will just be completely silent. So helps yours truly on that. There's a swing and a shot foul down the left field side. Evens the count at 1-1 on Destiny Hernandez. We do thank you again for joining us here on RioSportsLive.com as we bring you this live coverage. This is San Benito taking on San Antonio Southwest. Next pitch coming. Up high for ball 2, 2-1. Just underway. Our next broadcast coming your way will be this afternoon, and we've got an option on that one. Option 1 is if game 3 of this series is in the mix, then we will be with you for that. If this concludes in 2 games, then we're going to slide over. We have been allowed to broadcast the Harlingen South game. That'll be audio only. Here's the pitch coming. Swing and another foul ball down the left field side. Takes the count to 1-2. Make it 2-2 on Hernandez. And there was no sign at all for the first hour we were here that this sun was going to have any play in this at all. Now it's a bright sun-soaked field. 2-2 pitch on the way. There's a pop-up, foul ball, or now fair ball. Caught by the third baseman for the second out. 2 up, 2 down here for San Benito in their first. And it brings in Aaliyah Rangel. Rangel plays third today for the San Benito Lady Hounds. Facing Deja Tapia on the mound. It's a humid day. That rain was here. It was close. Now as that sun's baking down, it's going to be a hot place to play a game at. There's a strike call to Rangel. We're in the first inning here. San Benito taking on San Antonio Southwest. We thank you again for joining us here on RealSportsLive.com. Next pitch coming in, swing and a miss. And Rangel now has to protect the plate with 2 strikes. Slow approach to the game thus far by Tapia on the mound. Brings the next one home to Rangel. That's high. Wasted pitch for a 1-2 count now on Rangel. On deck, Joanna Gonzalez, but Rangel will have to reach. Game 2 of the best-of-3 series right here coming your way. Next one coming to Rangel from Tapia. Swing and a high fly ball into very deep left field. That's going to stay in the park and be reeled in for the out. San Benito in the first goes in order. 1, 2, 3. We head to the bottom of the first inning. San Antonio Southwest will hit after this. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
Back here, we head to the bottom of the first inning. We are in Toulouse Midway on a Saturday morning. High school softball, second round of playoffs underway. Second game of a best-of-3 series. This is San Benito taking on San Antonio Southwest. Out to the mound goes Nana Carrizales for the Lady Hounds. As Kevin was talking about, she is their number 1 when it comes to their pitching staff, and so she'll try to take care of business here and close this down in game 2 and send her team into round 3, which then will be played next week. Destiny Salinas will lead it off. She's the second baseman. She'll be followed by Lillian Lopez and then Aaliyah Ortiz. Anybody gets on, Deja Tapia. Salinas steps in, facing Carrizales. First pitch. And that misses for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Salinas, leading it off. Carrizales traditionally will work quickly. We'll see how she approaches today's game with the sun and it's going to be heat. We're going to be dealing with heat before this is all said and done, the way this humidity is. 1-0 pitch headed home. Selena with a slap attempt, fouls it off, evens the count at 1-1. Bottom of the first inning, watching on social media. We want you to share the link, pass the word out to other fans if you will. You can see on those on the website, checking that out. There are some major changes happening with the website. And this is day 1 of many, many days in a row in which things will be unveiled. We've been working extremely hard getting that ready for the fans. A lot of options coming up as well. The 1-1 pitch headed home. That's low and away for a ball. Takes the count to 2-1 to Salinas. On the mound is Carrizales. Behind the plate, Joanna Gonzalez. Down at first base, Carrie Cisneros. At second, April Garcia. Down at third is Aaliyah Rangel. Shortstop today, Sarah Garcia. Outfield, we'll get to that after this next pitch to Salinas. That misses for a ball. Takes the count to 3-1. Audrey Huerta is in center field. Destiny Hernandez out in left. And then in right field is A.J. Hasso. Hitters count for Destiny. Salinas leading off. Will she be taking 3-1? Trying to become the first base runner of this ball game. Carrizales slowed it down just a bit on the mound. She's ready. And spins the next one home. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 3-2 your count. Yes, Harlingen South fans, we will be trying to make our way over to your game. Enjoy this one if you're watching it, because there will be no cameras available on that. Both of these coaches talked to me, and they really like the angle from last night's game at Rio Hondo, because it gives the fans a chance to watch the game, but in no way, shape, or form are you looking at a way to scout a team. There's a walk as Salinas reaches. And I understand the scouting thing, I do. But when you zoom it down to a level where you're not giving away tendencies, pitching motions, things like that, we could zoom this thing in on the hitter as we were doing last night. Right now, Nathaniel on the mound is giving you both pitcher and hitter. We could zoom in a little bit better on that if we were asked to do so. Next pitch coming in is a high delivery for ball one to Lillian Lopez. Leadoff walk has it started. San Antonio Southwest trying to find a way to send this into game 3. San Benito trying to close this down. Here's the next pitch coming. There's a bunt attempt. That's a foul ball caught in the air at first for the out. Stayed fair as Cisneros reels it in. One down brings up Aaliyah Ortiz. Salinas stayed put at first base. Evie Gonzalez watching the game, or Evie Vasquez watching the game too. Hey, Evie, you know we got a spot here next to me for any game, my friend. Headset sitting right next to me, unoccupied right now. Ball one outside. The Harlingen South game later on today. We're going to try to pack up gear and zip over there. It's going to be easier to set up with the audio only. Now a conference on the mound. San Benito wants to talk it over. As they do that, I'll take a break. And again, I'm going to adjust these levels of the audio on the commercials on the fly. So apologies the first time through. We'll get it fixed by the second. After this, we'll return. Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen. That camera angle wasn't so bad. That audio wasn't so bad on Nip and Tuck, one of our sponsors assisting us in bringing you broadcast here on RioSportsLive.com. Later today, IWFA football action will be coming your way from up here in the Corpus region. And we'll also have another game in Laredo. Told you before, we're not just centrally located for a few teams. There's a high fly ball into deep left field that goes back, fighting the sun off and making the catch is Destiny Hernandez. Ortiz just got underneath that. Otherwise, that would have sailed out of here. 2 down in the inning. Brings in Deja Tapia. Last night, that ball would have sailed out of here by about 50 yards. Wind was blowing dead set out to center field and left. Here today, it's a little crosswind coming from center field over to left field. But in no way, shape, or form is it close to what we had last night. Tapia at the plate takes ball one. Salinas down at first base. She led it off with a walk. She's still there now with 2 outs. Tapia waits. Next one coming. In there for a strike. The San Benito second inning will have the number 4 hitter leading it off. It's 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup. Carrizales trying to work around a leadoff walk. Spins it home. Swing and a foul ball. 2 strikes now on Tapia. 1-2 the count. Nathaniel Menchaca running the camera over there on the right side. And he too was talking how cool it was and how there were clouds. It was a great day. And then about 2 seconds later, the sun burned through, and that was the end of that. There's a foul ball out of play. Don't run, Nathaniel. It wasn't that close to you. He's already warned me. If a foul ball comes his way too close, he's jumping over a tarp. Which I kind of like to see that. That tarp is about 4 foot high. My vertical isn't even close to that. Never was. Certainly never will be now. Gilbert Montalvo says, hey, thanks for the shout out. Melissa Higueri, STP. There's a strikeout, and that ends the inning. Tapia retired on strikes in the first for San Antonio Southwest. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. We played 1 full inning. Pitchers taking control of this one early going. We head to the second inning. Scoreless. This is RioSportsLive.com.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
At the age of 22, I decided that I wanted to join the military. Once that was finished, I wanted to go and, exercise my mind and get an education.
I wanted to do something positive for my children, to provide for them financially, and I wanted to give back to the community.
My parents were here going to school back when I was a kid, so honestly, it was just a natural choice.
I don't have to leave to a bigger university. I can do it here in my hometown at my community college.
Welcome back here to RioSportsLive.com. Coverage of high school softball. We head to the top of the second inning. Order up some more clouds, but don't order up rain. That's my request right now. Just a few, just enough to keep the glare off the computer screen. Joanna Gonzalez leads it off for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Nobody on base. Lady Hounds retired in order in the first. Deja Tapia made it look pretty easy. Gonzalez steps in, took ball 1. Next one coming in. Up high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Gonzalez stands in, waits for the 2-0. Instead, time is called. Tapia that time called time on the mound. She slowed the pace in the first inning. Brings it home. A little low for ball 3. 3-0. Fans, let me know where you're watching if you're watching on Facebook. It's always kind of neat to see where the reach is on some of these games. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike called to Gonzalez. Joanna taking all the way. Now a 3-1 count. We'll see if she pulls the trigger on anything close. Gilbert Montalvo says hello to all his cousins out there. And that is the first out of the inning. That brings in A.J. Hasso. One down here, 4 in a row, retired. To start the game by Deja Tapia. Cuero, Texas are watching the game. Also watching from Fort Worth, Texas. Want to send a shout out back to all those fans out there watching the game. Pitch to Hasso in there for a strike. Still trying to work the audio of these commercials a little better than what the audio is for me. Maybe I'll just turn mine up. How's that? See if that matches the commercials. Next pitch coming in. Misses for a ball. Check. 1-2 the count now to Hasso. Can't do that. I can't turn me up any louder. I'll peak that. We'll fix the commercials on the fly. Strike 3 called. Hasso caught looking. Second out of the inning, and that's now 5 in a row retired by Deja Tapia to start this game. Sarah Garcia will try to get something going here with 2 outs for the Lady Hounds. Garcia today plays shortstop. She stands in. Lady Hounds still looking for their first hitter of the game. That one misses for ball 1. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters scheduled for San Antonio Southwest in the bottom of the second inning. Tapia trying to retire the Lady Hounds in order for a second inning in a row. Misses with ball low to Garcia. And it's a 2-0 count. Gonzalez started with a 3-0 count. Couldn't reach. Hasso retired on strikes, and Garcia takes it a little low. Ball 3. On deck, Stephanie Lopez for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Sunshine is ruling the day again. Where were those clouds at? They were here. I know they were here. Pitch coming. Misses for a walk. 4 pitches, and Garcia reaches. First base runner for the Lady Hounds here in this game. And now see if they can manufacture something with 2 outs here in this second inning. As a matter of fact, as we were driving here, we ran through some sprinkles coming through the Kingsville area. Wasn't anything bad, just mist. It really was. It was mist. It wasn't even rain. And then we turned the corner and headed up this way. And as we got within, I'll say, a quarter of a mile of this school, we could see the school. Here's the pitch to Lopez. That misses. A quarter mile from the school, full-blown rain. Windshield wipers, the whole 9 yards. To the point that I was like, I can't get the equipment out. Not like this. We parked. By that time, the rain had dissipated. And so we thought, well, we'll at least bring the table out. I got umbrellas today. I got everything to cover us for rain. So we established that we would cover all the electronic equipment, cameras, computers, table, in the event of rain, which is done. We've got that covered. If it rains, we're okay. Not that I want it to. There's a foul ball. And then as we got closer to broadcast, here comes the sun out of nowhere. Just burned through the clouds right before the national anthem. And then everything that we set up to protect us from rain was doing nothing, and is doing nothing, to protect us from the glare of sun. And we're talking about a 40-inch screen, in this case a 34-inch screen. There's a pitch high. And sunshine bearing down on it, there's a lot of glare. I'm blind anyway. Now I'm having to try to see to punch some buttons. And I know our commercials are hot, but as they're peaking, I can get in there and I can adjust them down on the fly. 2-2 count. Time called. Stephanie Lopez at the plate. Sarah Garcia down at first. She's there with a one-out walk. Each team with one base runner. Neither team has their first hit yet. And now as time is called, San Benito going to lobby that the pitcher is coming set and then pulls the ball out of her glove and then goes into a pitching motion. We'll see how this discussion transpires. Fans out there watching back at home, we do appreciate you watching the games. And as you see the conversation going on right now. While this may not change any call right now, it may change something later. And now the umpires at least convinced that they're going to talk it over. And they had a cool conversation going on right to our right side as this game was getting ready to start. Kind of neat to hear them planning out, okay, if it goes here, I'm doing this. If it goes here, I'm doing this. So those guys truly go to work getting ready to do their jobs just as much as these players and coaches. And I guess I can say it us too. We were getting ready. Nathaniel wasn't. He was standing around talking. Now he was working too, my friends. He was trying to get Jesus ready for the announcing tonight of the IWFA game. That one's scheduled to kick off at 5 o'clock. And fans, if you haven't watched any of that yet, Full Contact Women's Football, it's a pretty cool brand to watch. It's no longer the lingerie, sugar and spice kind of deal. There's some real deal athletes out there that know how to play the game of football. We're ready to go now. The 2-2 and a swing and a foul ball right at the feet keeps Stephanie Lopez at the plate. And that was a long break between pitches. If you were joining us last night, we were here at Toloso Midway. Rio Hondo came back from an 11-2 deficit to win that game 13-12 in a one-game decided-all special. There's a foul ball back to the screen. That game is available for archive until I get home today, and then I have to pull it. Brett wants me to pull it for scouting purposes on the Rio Hondo side. Unless I can convince him that our angles were tight enough that there's not really anything you can scout off of that. It's going to be his call. It'll be available later if we do have to pull it. Another foul ball out of play. You can see across the way behind the camera, the crowd is kind of sparse right there. That's more of South San Antonio fans on the home seating. We can't get that angle to get the San Benito fans, but they're there in numbers. There they are. Lopez ready. Takes it high for ball 3. This is a good at bat by Stephanie Lopez. She's making Deja Tapia work. Going back to thanking the fans for watching the game. Help us out in a bigger way. A strikeout as Lopez goes down on strike. Tapia's second strikeout of the ball game. Both coming here in the second inning. In the second for San Benito, Lady Hounds. No runs, no hits, a walk, one left. We've played 1.5. Bottom of the second coming up. South San Antonio will hit. Check that. San Antonio Southwest. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Worried about going to the dentist? Don't worry. It doesn't have to be that way. We know just how you feel. Sure, it can feel a little scary. Still no? Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are here for you. You make an appointment online Monday through Friday and open late Tuesday and Thursday till 8 p.m. From chipped or missing teeth to discoloration, we offer the latest techniques to correct all your cosmetic problems. We've been treating our patients like family for over 30 years.
Back here, we head to the bottom of the second inning. Cassandra Rodriguez will lead it off for San Antonio Southwest. And I knew I'd say South San eventually today. That because I know they're playing later against Harlingen South, and I knew the challenge was don't say it in this game. If you do, say it because they're playing later. Still trying to work at getting these buttons pushed to get the commercials and the audio down on the commercials. I had a plan. 1-1 the count on Cassandra Rodriguez. Back on the mound, Carrizales for San Benito. Next pitch coming, high for ball 2. No hits for either team. A couple of walks, one on each side, as we are in this bottom of the second inning. Rodriguez at the plate. Carrizales spins it home. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. There were some San Benito fans walking in. I was talking to some of them. They were asking about today's game. Agreement was, hey, they're predicting rain to come in here around noon or 1 o'clock. So if you're going to get it done in 1. Get out of here. 2-2 the count and the pitch. Strike 3 called. Down on strikes is Rodriguez.
Rodriguez gets caught looking. Up next, number 2, Abigail Rubio.
That brings up the left fielder, Abigail Rubio. Rubio stands in from the left-hand side. Our first at bat of the day. And we're still looking for our game's first hit. That's low. Leadoff walk in the first inning. Since then, Carrizales has retired 4 in a row. The last 2 on strikes. 1-2 on Rubio here. Spins it home. Swing, and there's a shot into right field. That's down in the gap. Heading for first as Rubio makes the turn to second. That's a stand-up double. There's your game's first hit. A one-out double by Abigail Rubio. She got a pitch up and roped that into right center field. And San Antonio Southwest has a runner in scoring position here in this second. We were close to the San Benito side, and Coach was talking to her players saying, hey, they're going to come out here. They're going to try to get this to a game 3, and they want to take control of this game early. A run pushed across here would be a big step forward. If Carrizales can shut the door, it would put San Benito back in a position of applying pressure, because if the Lady Hounds score first here in this game, and you're already up 1-0 in the best-of-3 series, that extra pressure can start to pound in a hurry. There's a fly ball into pretty deep right field, but playable. Catch is made, runner tags, gets to third. Hasso made the catch.
Martinez tries out to the right fielder. The runner advances to third on the tag. Up next, number 16, Abigail Gatlin.
That brings in Abigail Gatlin. Gatlin, the catcher today, will step in. Runner at third now with 2 outs. As Gatlin steps in. Strike called. San Benito in their third will have the 8 and 9 hitters due up. And then back to the top of the lineup. San Antonio Southwest with a runner at third base. That's Rubio. She's there with 2 outs. Gatlin trying to produce with a 2-out hit. In the hole, 0-1. Next pitch coming from Carrizales is in there for a strike. It's strike 2. My thanks again to Mario Madrano for assisting us last night in the broadcast of the Brownsville Veterans Memorial softball game. We may have a big announcement on his duties coming up as well. Swing and a miss, and Gatlin's down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 strikeouts in the game by Nata Carrizales in the inning for San Antonio Southwest. No runs, a hit, 1 left. They strand a runner at third base. We head to the third. Still scoreless. This is RioSportsLive.com.
A-Plus Uniforms has just what you need for a professional look with quality and a personal touch that will take care of what you need. A uniform is a tool of many professionals, and at A-Plus they have the variety of choices to set you in motion today. All at an affordable cost and a convenience of a local business. 109 North 3rd Street is A-Plus Uniforms when you shop downtown Harlingen. Downtown Harlingen has a wide assortment of shops that cater to a collector's dreams. Add Grasshopper for a must-see when you're strolling down Jackson Street. At 221 East Jackson, Grasshopper has a little bit of everything from vintage antiques to specialty collectibles. Displayed with the hands of experience in the business for years. Take the time to enjoy what this store has to offer. Grasshopper, 221 East Jackson Street, as you shop downtown Harlingen.
Grasshopper, A-Plus Uniforms, just some of the sponsors bringing us this broadcast here today in downtown Harlingen. Busy place today downtown as it's market days on Jackson Street. At our store, my wife and I have a 50-inch screen now playing Real Sports Live in the window. As you drive by, if you're walking the streets of downtown Harlingen, take a peek. You'll see not just the live game going on here today, but as we develop our true channel in which 24 hours a day we'll have content, you'll be able to see it right there in the storefront window at Forever Memories, 206 East Jackson. That's a little plug for my wife, who's working hard today. Back on market days. Third inning rolls around for San Benito. Carrie Cisneros leading it off, April Garcia, and then Audrey Huerta, as we'll get back to the top of the lineup. 2 strikes on Cisneros. Next one coming. Swing and a miss. Struck her out on 3 pitches. Third strikeout of the game for Deja Tapia. And that brings in April Garcia. Garcia playing second base today for San Benito. Stands in. Lady Hounds still looking for their first hit. So far, hits have been hard to come by off of these 2 pitchers. Garcia ready. Tapia spins it home. That's a strike called. 0-1 to Garcia. I know those commercials were loud, friends. I'm trying to fix them on the fly. I had a great plan. And then the sun came out and put a terrific glare on the computer. Ball low. And then I was hoping we were going to be going through a training session. But I ended up having to put a lot of equipment together and get the rosters and lineups. Where's my wife? She helps me a lot on that kind of stuff. And I know she's working back at home. She's ready to retire from the camera operator, I'll tell you that. There's a line drive caught at third for the out. Garcia hit it hard, but right to Martinez for the second out of the inning. 2 outs as Audrey Huerta steps in. PA announcer thought there was 1 out. That's okay. I had it clicked that there was 2 outs. So that's what you have on an early morning game. Especially after we got home late last night from the Rio Hondo game. Huerta steps in, flied out to center field her first time up, tries left field this time out, and is retired on a nice play by Abigail Rubio. Inning comes to an end. Another 1-2-3 inning for San Benito. No runs, no hits, no errors, no walks, nobody left. Bottom of the third. Scoreless. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Frank's Collection Record Shop has a collection of vinyl records that rivals anyone, anywhere. Located in the back of the Antique Emporium on 123rd East Jackson Street, Frank's Record Shop has been delivering the best sounds from any age or style throughout the years. Records, coins, and more. It's Frank's Record Shop when you shop downtown Harlingen.
Flowers by Jessie on 208 East Jackson in Harlingen has fresh flowers daily and can range for you for any occasion. Recitals, quinceañeras, bridal showers, sympathy, and fresh flower arrangements. Let Flowers by Jessie handle those special needs or day. Call 956-425-2100. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12. Brighten someone's day with Flowers by Jessie, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
Back here, we head to the bottom of the third inning. Meadow Gonzalez will lead it off. Plays center field today for the home team, which is San Antonio Southwest in this bottom of the third. And it's the top of the order on deck. Ball one misses high to Gonzalez. No runs, one hit, no errors thus far in the game for San Antonio Southwest. That one hit was a one-out double. They stranded a runner at third base in the second inning, and here we are in the third. Next one coming. There's a bunt, foul down the first baseline. Count evens at 1-1. Gonzalez, Salinas, Lopez. Anybody gets on, Ortiz will hit this inning for San Antonio Southwest. Where will we be next week? I saw someone asking again about the Mackay Bulldogs. Friends, I've got a commitment to doing those games. I've got a camera set up. I'm in the process of trying to hire announcers. I put some reach out there trying to get some announcers to contact me. I've got some that are going to talk with me and interview. Camera operators, yes, I'm looking for those. And then more importantly on these playoff games, I'm making sure that we have sponsorship covered to handle various teams. That one misses low. We've had Mackay on our radar most all season, and justifiably so, ranked in the top 10 in the state throughout the year. And we were close to pulling the trigger on a broadcast there on Thursday. Had some developments that we've had to been working through this week that have diverted our attention in other areas. Now that that's, at least the work part of it's been corrected, we'll see just how many we can put into play next week. Here you see one broadcast going on, one game. That's one system. I've got a second system and a third system and a fourth system over here in the Rio Grande Valley. Freddie's got a system over there in Laredo. That's 5. There's a pop-up, and it's caught in foul territory. Nice play over there by Elia Rangel. First out of the inning. And brings in Destiny Salinas. Salinas walked her first time up. That was leading off the game. And San Antonio Southwest has had base runners in both the first and second inning. Salinas was stranded at first after Carrizales set down the team in order after the leadoff walk. Lopez on deck. Anybody gets on this inning, Ortiz will hit. So if you get some base runners now, you'll have the right hitters in place to produce for San Antonio Southwest. Salinas waits. The 1-0 pitch from Carrizales is on the way. Swinging a ground ball, slap foul down the third baseline. Takes the count to 1-1. Our next broadcast is this afternoon. Will it be the game 3 of this series, or will it be the one and only game of the series between South San Antonio and Harlingen South? Talked about that earlier. If that broadcast occurs, that will be a audio-only presentation. 1-1 pitch headed home. Bunted foul. I've toyed with the fact of having the camera on in between innings, at least showing you we're there. Maybe running a video highlight reel after the game. But we're stretched a little thin. Nathaniel's going to be helping out with the setup of the broadcast over for the IWFA. At least he better. He was supposed to help me with the setup here at this one. I'm giving him a lot of grief. I can do that. He's got a headset on. Foul ball. 1-2 the count on Destiny Salinas, and the sun bears down even more, and the heat ratchets up another couple degrees each and every pitch, it seems. Last night, my wife brought me a water. I didn't drink it because it was raining, sprinkling. Today, I didn't bring a water, and here comes the sun and the heat. That one just misses to Salinas, taking, and it's a 2-2 count. Grown from the San Benito faithful. They wanted that to be the third strike. Nothing doing, says the man in blue, and that's what counts. And Salinas is now even at the count at 2-2. Carrizales takes her time on the mound between pitches, brings the 2-2 home. Foul ball. Salinas stays alive. Two balls, two strikes. Both teams were energetic warming up before this game. Again, when you have a close game, as was the case last night, the team that wins obviously fully believes they can win this next game. And then the team that was right there, in this case, San Antonio Southwest, they too believe fully that this game is within their grasp to win. Who will score first? The 2-2 pitch to Salinas. Swing and a miss, struck her out. Fourth strikeout of the game by Nana Carrizales. And it brings in Lillian Lopez. Lopez today, 0 for 1. Popped out to the first baseman her first time up. We are already in the bottom of the third inning. Pitchers continue to rule the day. Going back to that Rio Hondo game, it was 11-2 last night. Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats were trailing. They came back to win that 13-12. As a strike sails into Lopez. That game is still available on archive, but we will be pulling that game, as is the case with this game. We'll be pulling it pretty quick after the broadcast. Coach is requesting that for scouting purposes their videos be pulled. But we do thank both of these coaches for at least opening it up to the fans that can't make the trip, and there's a bunch of them out there. So those fans who didn't make the trip, be sure you thank the coaches in the school districts, in this case San Benito and San Antonio Southwest, for allowing the cameras to bring the talents of these athletes, in some cases these seniors, their final games played out, and after dedicating their high school years to participating in team sports. At least we give a chance for the fans to see that, and a lot of times we're talking about fans that are overseas, fans that are out of state. It's not all about scouting. Here's a pitch. That's high for a ball. 3-1 the count to Lillian Lopez. San Benito in the fourth will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up. Lopez stands in. Nothing shaking, 2 outs. Takes a strike. Count goes to 3-2. Thus far in the game, Carrizales has issued 1 walk and allowed a double. That's it. She's 3-2 on Lopez. And a swing and a miss. She got her on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 5 strikeouts in the game for San Antonio Southwest. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We've played 3 full innings here. Nothing decided, all scoreless. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with a taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
Top of the fourth rolls around, and for San Benito, it'll be Destiny Hernandez, Aaliyah Rangel, Joanna Gonzalez. Had to change a battery out there on the camera there, my friends. So in between innings there, you saw a little bit of black screen. Don't panic. Internet looks to be pretty good here today. Hernandez steps in. See the RGV Thunder fast pitch is tuning in, watching the game, and yes, I've enjoyed covering players produced by that outfit. Here's a fly ball into right field. Hernandez is retired for the first out of the inning. RGV Thunder fast pitch, just one of the programs that are developing players at all levels, moving up the ranks. And in the summer this year, we're looking at producing some broadcasts of some of their tournaments. We talked to a gentleman, we're going to be talking in meeting on Sunday. There's a tournament that's going to be taking place up here. 5 fields, 8 games per day, as a strike is in there to Rangel. That's on June 14th and 15th, and it looks like we're going to be able to pull that off. We're certainly putting the numbers to it. We've got the number of systems. I've got, at this point in time, it looks like the committed number of broadcasters, camera operators, are lining up to put that together. Swinging strike by Rangel. It's quickly 0-2. Deja Tapia has been as good as hoped for San Antonio Southwest. No hits thus far, has struck out 3. Now on a string of 5 in a row, she's retired, and she's ahead to Rangel, 0-2. Time called by Rangel. Last night I was able to talk to both first base coaches, and I said, hey, well, if you stay in the box, we're good. If you drift out of the box, drift backwards. Don't drift left on this first base side. Ball 1 misses there to Rangel. I liked last night's angle. Brownsville veterans assisted us by elevating the camera up on a platform. Here it was a tough chore to figure out where we were going until we realized that there's a little area over here where they have a tarp for this field that is actually ruled as an out-of-play area. There's a little concrete line. So we were able to plant our camera right there in spot. It also assisted us because the coaches didn't want to be filmed from behind home plate for this game. There's a pop-up out behind short, but drifting back to make the play is Aaliyah Ortiz for the second out of the inning. 2 down, and again, Tapia making it look easy against the San Benito team who can produce a bunch of runs on any given time. That's now 6 in a row she's set down, and she'll take on Joanna Gonzalez for a second time. No, she won't. They'll walk Gonzalez with 2 outs. And nobody on. Gonzalez down to first. That'll be a intentional walk. He'll also bring a courtesy runner in for Gonzalez. And A.J. Hasso will be sent to the plate. Hasso on the day. Strikeout victim, her only time up. She's 0 for 1. Runner at first, 2 outs. That snapped the string of 6 in a row. Retired by Tapia. She'll work to Hasso. In there for strike 1. Thanks for joining us. If you're just joining us on the social media side of things, be sure you share the link. Pass the word around to other fans that the broadcast is going on. And also pass the word around to fans before they start coming after me on this one, on that Harlingen South game. There's a fly ball to left field. This inning's in the books. Harlingen South game later today, if we're able to produce that, will be audio only. This is video. As you see, we head to bottom side of inning number 4. Scoreless. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Looking for a great place for a meal to start your day or a lunch plate that will be made just for you? Then stop by 210 West Jackson Street in Harlingen and enjoy El Sombrero Restaurant. Great food prepared 7 days a week and delivered with a smile. El Sombrero brings the taste of authentic food in an atmosphere that is sure to bring you back for more. El Sombrero Restaurant, 210 West Jackson Street, is a must-stop when you shop downtown Harlingen. Fans, if you're looking for that special something that has anything to do with your favorite teams, then Sports Fans on 111 East Jackson in Harlingen is the stop to make. Fully licensed pro and college team collectibles and an assortment that grows each and every day. Check out the Facebook updates at Sports Fans. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 5 at 111 East Jackson, or call ahead at 956-425-7600. It's Sports Fans when you shop downtown Harlingen. Looking for a special style and a perfect outfit for any day, any place? Then walk through the doors at Quell Boutique and see a variety that takes you back in time right into the best of today. 112 East Jackson Street is home to a unique store loaded with an assortment of just about anything you can imagine. Clothes, accessories, and service with a smile. Quell Boutique and shop downtown Harlingen.
Goes Nana Carrizales. So far, she's blanked San Antonio Southwest. Through 3 innings, we enter the bottom half of inning number 4. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the lineup. Aaliyah Ortiz, Deja Tapia, Cassandra Rodriguez. Anybody gets on, Abigail Rubio will hit.
Leading off the inning, number 18, Aaliyah Ortiz.
Game 2 of a best-of-3 series between these two teams. Ortiz, 0 for 1 on the day, flied out to left field, her only at bat. Steps in here. Tuloso Midway, home of the Cherokees. There's a pop-up. Ball's in play, and a catch is made over at third base by Aaliyah Rangel. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that's 1 down. This game zips along. All right, I got to keep fixing these outs. I'm starting every inning with 2 outs. That would be a quick game, now wouldn't it? Alma Garcia says, why audio only for the Harlingen South game? Well, Coach said, you can broadcast the game, just I don't want no video. I don't want to be scouted. That's a quote Direct quote. Strike called. Therefore, we oblige. Here in this one, both coaches said as long as you go third base line and keep it tight, don't show any alignments, we're good to go. They just distinctly said don't film from behind home plate. I call that Freddie vision, by the way. He took a exception to that, friendly exception, and it was a friendly shot at him. Broadcasting games from behind the screen, we tried to do everything we can to get outside the screen and give you a clear view of the game. There's a foul ball down the left field line. Good swing by Deja Tapia just out in front of that one. Nonetheless, that's what's going to happen with the Harlingen South game. Again, I toyed with the fact that we could have the camera on in between innings, show the fans, at least the field, the players. It's a beautiful field over there with the AstroTurf infield. But again, we run into the issue of don't want to be scouted, therefore we'll play to the rules. That one misses for ball 2. Now 2-2 on Tapia. Cassandra Rodriguez on deck. Ortiz started it, popped out to third for the first out of the inning. Tapia shows a bunt on a 2-2 pitch. Hits it hard on the ground to third. Nice play there again. Over and out. 2 down. Rangel showed she can cover some ground on the pop fly. Handled that ground ball, made it look routine. And that's now 7 in a row retired by Carrizales. She'll face Cassandra Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a strikeout victim, her first time up. Strike call at the knees. Oh and 1. We're into Lusso Midway. Beautiful. Now it's nearing it's afternoon as of right now. Game started at 11. We've played just at an hour. We're already in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-1 the count to Cassandra Rodriguez. Takes it high for ball 2. If you're just joining us, you haven't missed much as far as the hitting department. We've had 1 hit in this game. That was a 1-out double by San Antonio Southwest, Abigail Rubio. She stands on deck. She'll hit this inning if Rodriguez can get on board. Swing and a miss. Now a 2-2 count on Rodriguez. San Benito in the 5th will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. Rodriguez tries to stay alive at the plate. Carrizales looks for her 6th strikeout and gets it. Inning comes to an end. 1, 2, 3 again for South San Antonio. 4th is quickly in the books. We head to the 5th. Still scoreless. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Fans, if you're looking for that special something that has anything to do with your favorite teams, then Sports Fans on 111 East Jackson in Harlingen is the stop to make. fully licensed pro and college team collectibles and an assortment that grows each and every day. Check out the Facebook updates at Sportsman. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 5 at 111 East Jackson, or call ahead at 956-425.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then
Sports
stop
Fans.
by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen. Fifth inning, and here we go. Sarah Garcia will lead it off for San Benito Lady Hounds. Thanks again for joining us. This is game 2 of a best-of-3 series. I see Jeremy Vasquez watching. Boy, thanks for the kind words about our basketball coverage earlier this week. Here's a long fly ball, but that's foul. Ricochets off the dome between the baseball and softball fields here at Teloso Midway. And there is baseball today. It's going to be played over there. They got a playoff game. I know that Corpus Christi Carroll is playing here. Last night, softball right here on this field. As a strike is called. To Sarah Garcia. 2 strikes on her. She walked her first time up. Bats here in the 5th inning. Next one coming. Strike 3 called. Caught looking is Garcia. Fourth strikeout of the game by Deja Tapia. 1 down here in the 5th for San Benito. A walk in the 2nd, an intentional walk in the 4th. That's the only base runners for San Benito here in this game. Steph Lopez steps in. I'm going to make this judgment call on this broadcast. Here's the game. That's in there for a strike call to Lopez. If this series goes to game 3, because of the fact that fans can watch the game, we'll stick right here. Ball low. Given the chance, again, the fees for this is the $200 broadcasting fees they charge us. So because we paid the fees for that, we're not allowed to do the audio. If given the choice, that's just an executive decision being made here on the fly. Ground ball to the mound. 1-3 on the put out. Lopez is retired. 2 down here in the San Benito 5th. Cari Cinceros checks in. She struck out her first time up. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Lady Hounds of San Benito still looking for their first hit of this game. Saw earlier where Jesus Armendariz is watching this game. You'll hear his voice later today, my friends, on RioSportsLive.com. He'll be bringing you some IWFA football action from here in Corpus Christi. Strike called to Cisneros. In the 5th, 2 down, nobody on for San Benito. Looking ahead to the bottom side, San Antonio Southwest will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, including Abigail Rubio. There's a shot into right center field, and that's in the gap. Nice play in right field to cut that off. And Lillian Lopez will hold Cisneros to a single. That's the first hit for the Lady Hounds. But again, that was sheer headed for the gap when Lopez cut that off. Cisneros on board. Brings in April Garcia. Garcia hits in the 9 spot today for San Benito. 0 for 1 on the day as she hit it back to third. Her first time up. Fans talking about the Harlingen South game, not wanting scouts to see it. Fans, I talked to 5 different scouts that are here watching this game from teams in the next round and the next round. You're getting scouted. And with Facebook and cell phones and social media, you're getting filmed. That's no longer a secret in the social media world in which we live. I've had lunch and dinners with coaches that tell me all kinds of tricks of the trade. Throw to first back in time. And then the mystery about sharing films, that's happening all over the place. But again, that's for someone else to debate. I'll stick with what I can broadcast and will. Well, this ends in 2 games. We'll be over there broadcasting that Harlingen South game, and we'll give you a audio coverage and bring it home. Here's a ground ball to short. Flip to second, inning over. 6-4 on the putout in the inning for San Benito. No runs, a hit, their first hit. And we head to the bottom side of inning number 5. Still scoreless. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Hey, everybody. ¿Qué hacen aquí?
This is an intervention.
What?
Sí, mijo. It's the yoga pants.
You all are just jealous because I'm flexible like Captain Prontissimo.
Is that your wallet?
Yeah, it's full of the money I save with Pronto Insurance.
And your keys.
With Pronto's multi-account discount, I can insure all the cars in the family.
Why can't you just wear regular pants with pockets like everybody else?
I can do this in jeans.
Aika.
Ah.
Pronto Insurance. Call for a free quote today.
Welcome back here to the broadcast. Bottom of the 5th inning, and here we go. San Benito back in the field. Back on the mound goes Nana Carrizales. And for a 5th inning, she'll try to match the efforts of Deja Tapia, the hurler for San Antonio Southwest, who has blanked the Lady Hounds on just 1 hit. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Abigail Rubio will lead it off. She has the only hit thus far in the game for the home team, South San Antonio. They play later, friends. This is San Antonio Southwest. South San plays Harlingen South. Rubio stands in. Again, she doubled her first time up. Stands in from the left-hand side. Carrizales fully aware that this is the hitter that reached on that hit. Misses with ball 1. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts in the game thus far by Carrizales on the mound for San Benito Lady Hounds. Next one coming. Low, ball 2. 2-0. Talking about where the broadcast is being aired. Again, our storefront in Harlingen, downtown Harlingen, 206 East Jackson. For market days, we got a 50-inch screen TV up there playing this game. It'll play all of our broadcasts today, giving fans walking through market days a chance to see the game. There's a pop-up. That's a foul ball, and that's out of reach. 2-1 the count on Rubio. There are no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Martinez on deck. Abigail Gatlin after that. And Meadow Gonzalez. Then we'll be back to the top of the order. Two and one the count. New softball out to the mound for Carrizales. We are set to go. Freddie Heredia will be having baseball coverage today down in Laredo on Rio Sports Live. Pitch coming in. That one just missed for ball 3. 3-1 the count. This is Rubio leading it off. Oh, here comes some water. I'll catch it. There's one down. Here comes another. Got them both. I was going to throw one to Nathaniel, but I'll wait till in between innings. Mine won't be here after about 3 seconds. Next pitch coming in. Rubio hits it into left center field. That's another gapper. They cut it off in left field and hold her to a single on a nice play by Destiny Hernandez, but Rubio with her second hit of the game. Hey, Nathaniel, this water is really cold. Just giving him a hard time. I can't get a water to him. I'm in the sun, too. He's in the sunshine. So am I. I got an umbrella above me, but it's strictly in a spot that's going to cover anything if rain comes. And now if someone came over here and said, what is the umbrella doing there? And I said, rain, and they haven't been here all morning, they'd probably look at me like I'm crazy. There's a bunt attempt. And it's a strike to Martinez. Because it doesn't look like rain at all now. Looks like we got sunshine ruling the rest of the day, and that's okay too. If we end up with game 3 here, I'll just adjust my umbrella, and we'll figure out an umbrella or something for Nathaniel over there. They check with the umpire on that call, and it is a strike. First base umpire confirms what was called at the plate on that bunt attempt by Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 1, flight out to right field her first time up. Runner at first base. She's trying to at least push the runner across into scoring position. That's Abigail Rubio. After a long wait, here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Snap throw to first. Rubio back in time. Got to be on your toes with Joanna Gonzalez behind the plate for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Again, when you have a catcher like that, and both teams in this case do, it then becomes a trust factor that first baseman Carrie Cisneros down there can handle a ball coming in as she did just then. That's not an easy thing to do. You got a runner sliding in front of you, the ball coming, and where that throw was right on the money between the bag and the runner. Cisneros hung on, but Rubio was able to get back in. 1-2 the count now on Martinez. She waits for the next one, and here it comes. Swinging a shot up the middle is a hit. Back-to-back singles as Martinez is aboard. Had that ball been played absolute clean in center field, there may have been a shot at getting Rubio on a force. but she was off and running pretty quick. So even though that was a slight bobble in center, that's still a clean single by Martinez. And now something going for San Antonio Southwest. Quick conference on the mound. Let's take a break. Thanks some of these sponsors that are here bringing us this game. This is Real Sports. Back here on RealSportsLive.com, bottom of the fifth inning, and a little something going here for San Antonio Southwest. Abigail Gatlin steps in, and we'll see how they utilize her at the plate with runners at first and second and nobody out. Gatlin, a strikeout victim her first time up. Shows a bunt, bunts it hard to the mound. Play at first is there. Gatlin gets the job done on a sacrifice. One down, and it's now second and third for San Antonio Southwest. That brings in Gonzalez. Or is it?
Number 13,
Jessica Oliveira will hit as a pinch hitter here in the fifth inning. Oliveira with a chance to drive in at least one with a hit, probably two here for San Antonio Southwest. Carrizales has recorded 5 strikeouts thus far in this game. She could use one here. First time Oliveira steps into the plate today as a pinch hitter here in the fifth inning. Pivotal spot in this game. It's a bunt in the air over the pitcher's head. Run scores. Play to third, nothing there. And it's 1-0. Down to third base goes Martinez. Makes it a 1-0 game. And there was really not much that could be done on that ball hit. Once Gonzalez showed she was bunting, Carrizales came charging in off the mound. And then you saw that ball just popped up over her head. And it's a 1-0 game. Destiny Salinas steps in. Still a runner at third. Still only one out. And so now with the leadoff hitter at the plate, this could get big in this inning for San Antonio Southwest. Foul ball off the bat of Salinas. Fans watching on social media, continue to assist us. Share the link to other fans out there that may not be aware this game's going on. We're in the fifth inning already. This is game 2 of a best-of-3 series. Salinas at the plate. Carrizales wants to bear down and get her. There's a bunt. Foul ball. Out of reach. 2 strikes now on Destiny Salinas. think the humidity's let up a little bit as the breeze has picked up some. But the sun's still bearing down on us. There's no question about that. Salinas at the plate. Walked in the first, struck out in the third, bats here in the fifth. San Benito could use a double play as well. They get out of the inning there. The 0-2 pitch. High for a ball. 1-2 on a wasted pitch to Salinas. Fans watching this game, again, we remind you that this will be pulled as well, as coaches request that as a scouting consideration. So again, there's multiple platforms on that scouting thing on how coaches approach that. And we have the ability to cater to just about any request they do. That one's a little high. So watch it live, as many are. But then remember, I'm going to be pulling it probably by the time I get home. So it'll be there maybe for a couple of hours, but by the evening time, this game will be put away for a while. Again, I'm looking for that editor, that one guy or girl that wants a job that goes in right behind our games and pulls out all the highlights and puts them together. Sam Chavez is doing wonderful work for me, editing on my commercial side of things. If I had that one person that was going in behind our broadcasts, and I'd train him, I'd hire him. This is a help wanted, by the way, my friends, okay? So be sure you reach out to me on the social media. Or here's my number, 956-291-2538. Not very often your announcer's going to throw his phone number out on you. But I guess not very often that the owner of a company is the broadcaster. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Wear the hat. Here we go. Nonetheless, I need that editor, that one person that likes sports, understands sports, to say, hey, I remember when this big play happened. Clip it out, get it to Sam. Sam will edit it, and then we'll have highlight reels immediately, especially on these games we have to pull. Last night's Rio Hondo game will be coming off the board, and that had diving plays, home runs, extra base hits, hits that took the lead, hits that took the lead for the other team, and an eventual game winner walk-off. Strike three as Salinas swings it through it. And that's 2 outs, and that's a big strikeout by Carrizales. 2 down here in the fifth, and it brings in Lillian Lopez. Lopez on the day is 0 for 2. And again, fans watching, we'll have this game. This is game 2 of the best-of-3 series. If it goes to 3, I made the decision in the third inning that we're going to stay here. We'll keep the cameras rolling on a video presentation, and will not make the trip across town for an audio only of the Harlingen South game. I was dancing with that anyway when I talked to Coach about it. But it just makes sense. Lopez at the plate. Ball high. The initial thought was, well, we'll get here for this one, and then we'll get over there for that one because it's a one-game series and one game decides it all. But in essence, what happens if this goes to game 3? That means that game is a one game decides it all. We're already here. We're set up. Nathaniel's traveling across this town anyway, no matter what he does. There's a pop-up. And it drops foul. Wind carried that just a bit. Aaliyah Rangel couldn't get underneath it. And so a little bit of life for Lillian Lopez. Still first and third, a 1-2 count. Carrizales looks for her 7th strikeout of the game. In the inning number 6 for San Benito, it'll be the top of the order, 1, 2, and 3 coming up. There's a shot down the line of left field and a diving attempt. That's a hit. In the corner, 1 run scores. Here comes Gonzalez in to score. Now they'll bring her in. They get Salinas hung up, and they'll eventually tag her out. Camera was watching people score, but there was a rundown. I'll just give you a little radio version of that. So for Lopez, it's an RBI, 2 RBIs, and then she's gunned down on the rundown. The inning comes to an end. In the inning, 3 runs across for San Antonio Southwest. We head to the 6th. 3-0 the score. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Hey, everybody.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with the taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today.
At Illuminations, we're a one-stop shop. We have all the lighting you need for your new home, outdoor lighting, ceiling fans, chandeliers. So when you're building your new home, we work well with your builder. We'll get your floor plans, or we'll walk the house if we need to, make sure all the light fixtures that you get are gonna work and are gonna look good together. Illuminations is a family-owned business. We've been in business for 17 years now. My parents actually were in the construction industry prior to opening the store, and it was during this time that they noticed a need for a store like ours, one that would provide the customer service that contractors and new homeowners are looking for, and eliminate the headaches that you might get when you're shopping at a big box store and you don't get that one-on-one customer service. The Brownsville area is really growing. There's a lot of movement, there's a lot of construction, there's a lot of excitement. So we're glad that we finally have a store here that customers can come look at our products here locally. I invite you to come discover Brownsville.
Audrey Huerta retired for the first out there. That was a bang-bang play on a ground ball to second base. And that's how the 6th inning begins for the San Benito Lady Hounds, who find themselves now down 3-0, and there's going to be a conversation on that one. One down here in the 6th inning. It's Huerta who grounded out, then Hernandez, then Rangel. Again, umpire right there making that call. Good crowd on hand here today. Again, they filed in big bunches wearing purple. They all brought their umbrellas. That's the San Antonio southwest side. You can see some of the crowd there for San Benito. Conversation over on the field, and we're ready to roll as Destiny Hernandez stands in. San Benito has been limited to 1 hit in this game. That was a 2-out single by Cari Cisneros. Hernandez steps in, 0 for 2 on the day. Popped out to third and flied out to right. Takes ball 1 high. Well, I didn't get Nathaniel Water in between innings. I wonder why I had 2 waters sitting here. Throw something at me, young man. I'll take care of you. One and one the count now to Hernandez. 3 runs across by San Antonio Southwest. That all came in the 5th inning. We're in the 6th. Swinging a hard hit ball. That's a hit into left field. Hernandez aboard. Second hit for the San Benito Lady Hounds of the game. One out single by Hernandez, and here comes Rangel. And this at bat by Rangel becomes big because on deck is Joanna Gonzalez. They've already shown that they don't want anything to do with her. There were 2 outs, nobody on, and they walked her back in the 4th. And so if Rangel can get up, that means Gonzalez would represent the tying run stepping to the plate. That's a lot of what ifs, but hey, we're there. We'll see what happens. Rangel at the plate. Down at first base, Hernandez. San Benito trying to get something going here in the 6th. Ball high. Deja Tapia has been near perfect on the mound today for San Antonio Southwest, breezing through San Benito. At one time retiring 7 in a row. Working on Rangel. 1-0 count. Next one coming. Low, ball 2. There is activity in the bullpen down there for the San Antonio Southwest team. And now the coach comes out of the dugout to talk it over. That might have been a good call right there, Joe. 2-0 the count. Runner at first base, 1 out. 3-0 score. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
A&B's Cafe is just the right spot for your lunchtime or early morning cravings, as they have a terrific menu and environment that make you feel right at home. Be sure to check out the soups and sandwiches of the day. You have to try one of the specialty coffee or cappuccinos with an assortment of flavors that's sure to meet your heart's desire. J&B Cafe also offers small catering jobs and private parties. Open daily, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. in downtown Harlingen at 204 East Jackson Street. Call ahead at 956-425-5282 or stop by. It's J&B Cafe when shopping downtown Harlingen.
Back here after a conversation, Tapia stays in the game. 2-0 is the count on Aaliyah Rangel. Now the conversation shifts to the hitter and coach on the San Benito side of things. They'll discuss some strategy here with a runner at first base and 1 out. Rangel is 0 for 2 on the day. Flight out to left. Hit it on a line to short. Bats here in the 6th inning. Just those sunglasses, as again, there's a bright sunny sky above us. There's just a few puffy clouds, nothing like what we drove in with. There was rain and just clouds. That's it. That's all we had. Clouds and more clouds. Darker clouds beyond the clouds that were above us. And it stayed that way all the way through our setup as a ball misses. That's now 3-0 to Rangel. Will she be taking with Gonzalez on deck? Down 3 runs here in the 6th inning. 1 down. Rangel waits. Tapia had stepped off, gets back on, spins it home. Strike call right down central. 3-1 to Rangel. Now we'll see if she has a green light. At the plate, Tapia brings it home. Rangel pops it up. Play made, throw to first, and out there. Off the bag a little bit far was Hernandez. Rangel pops into a double play. Tapia gets out of the inning. In the 6th, no runs, a hit, runner erased on the base paths. We've played 5.5. Big momentum swing right there. San Antonio Southwest leads this one 3-0. This is RealSportsLive.com.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, and like I said, a momentum shift there. San Benito had something going there with one out, runner at first base. The right hitters at the plate, a 3-1 count on Abigail Rangel. She pops it up, and then a heads-up throw across the diamond by Martinez at third. And they pick off Hernandez on the bases for the double play. Therefore, we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. And Aaliyah Ortiz, the number 3 hitter, will step in and hit for San Antonio Southwest. First one's high for ball 1. What this is going to do is this is going to make life crazy for Jesus Armendariz and his crew. Because Nathaniel's sticking here with me for broadcast of game number 2 if that's what we have to do. And that game starts over there across town at 5 o'clock. It's going to be one of those tear down quick, set up fast, broadcast a football game at 5 o'clock. Of course, our paid sponsors right now are taking care of high school softball playoffs, so that's where we'll stick with. IWFA is in the process of still building us on the funding side. And we'll get there. Ball 3 now to Aaliyah Ortiz leading off the 6th. Ortiz 0 for 2 on the day. Flight out to left field, popped out to third base. As she hits here in the 6th inning. It's now a 3-1 count. Ortiz, Tapia, and Rodriguez. Anybody gets on Rubio, and Rubio has been busy today. See, there's a walk. Leadoff walk to Ortiz. Brings in Tapia. Tapia's got to be the happiest player on the field right now after what transpired at the top of the 6th inning. The pitcher of record for San Antonio Southwest was struggling after allowing a one-out single, struggling finding the strike zone to Aaliyah Rangel with the dangerous Joanna Gonzalez on deck. And in one pitch, it all changed. A double play. And now she hits here in the 6th inning on the bottom side. Runner at first base and nobody out. Tapia 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the 1st. Grounded to 3rd in the 4th. Runner goes. Throw to 2nd and safe there. Nice slide by Ortiz to get away from that tag. Stolen base. Meanwhile, ball 1 to Tapia. Cassandra Rodriguez on deck. Tapia could drive in a run. Pops it up on the infield, just out in the short right field. That's going to drop for a hit. Runner stays at second, now goes to third. First and third on a little bloop single by Tapia. Brings in Cassandra Rodriguez. San Benito leads this series 1-0. This is a best of 3, so San Antonio Southwest trying to force game 3 here at Toloso Midway. Umpires weren't sure who would be the home team in game 3 if that transpires. We can easily fix that on our scoreboard. As we are set to go here with Rodriguez. 2 on, nobody out here in the 6th for San Antonio Southwest. Cassandra Rodriguez is 0 for 2. A couple of strikeouts in her at-bats. Pitch coming. Oh and 1. Rodriguez waits for the next one. From Carrizales. Here it is. Strike 2 called. 0-2 count. A walk and a hit. Have them at the corners for San Antonio Southwest. Carrizales spins it home. Strike 3 call. Carter looking. Third time that Rodriguez down on strikes. 7th strikeout of the game. First out of the inning. And it brings in, right now, the hitting star for the Dragons on the day. And that's Abigail Rubio. Doubled in the 2nd, singled and scored the game's first run in the 5th. Is 2 for 2. Bunts this one in the air, caught at third, play at third, double play. How about that play? Down at third for the Lady Hounds, Aaliyah Rangel. That'll go 5-6 on the double play. You don't see that score very often, but nonetheless, the inning comes to an end for San Antonio Southwest. No runs, a hit, a walk. They lose their 3rd runner on the base paths of the day. And we head to the 7th. San Benito trails in this one 3-0. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Fans, if you're looking for that special something that has anything to do with your favorite teams, then Sports Fans on 111 East Jackson in Harlingen is the stop to make. Fully licensed pro and college team collectibles and an assortment that grows each and every day. Check out the Facebook updates at Sports Fans. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 5 at 111 East Jackson, or call ahead at 956-425-7600. It's Sports Fans when you shop downtown Harlingen.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen. Top of the 7th inning rolls around. San Benito down to their final 3 outs here in this game. They lead the series 1-0, but they trail the game 3-0. Gonzalez hits it a ton into left field, but it's going to stay in the park, and it's reeled in by Rubio. 1 down. That brings in A.J. Hasso. Are we staring down the fact that Game 3 is right around the corner? The groundskeeper thinks so. He's got the field ready to be dragged. We were told it'd be about a half hour after the conclusion of this game. We'll confirm that. Pitch coming. Strike called to Hasso. Hasso 0 for 2 on the day. As she hits here in the 7th, Lady Hounds will need 2 base runners to bring up the tying run. Foul ball off the bat of Hasso. 1-1 the count. Last night, Rio Hondo trailed by 3 runs heading into the bottom half of the 7th inning. Scored 4 times to walk off and win it. Hasso followed by Garcia. Anybody gets on Lopez. It'll take 2 base runners to bring the tying run on. Hasso at the plate. Fouls it back to the screen. 2 strikes. Fans watching, I understand we've got Dragon fans out there watching as well as San Benito, and appreciate the kind words that we received last night after the Rio Hondo game and most of our games, in the fact that fans watching get a chance to see the game broadcast from a perspective of an unbiased announcer. That's our striving goal here at Real Sports, as the ball misses to Hasso. Tried to make it where no matter who's watching the game, and I'll give you a couple of rivalry instances. San Benito takes on Harlingen. If you're watching the game and rooting for either team, well, then your announcer's giving it to you straight down the line. Good play's a good play. There's a foul ball. Hasso stays alive at the plate. Nobody on, 1 out here in this 7th inning. Lady Hounds offense has been shut down to just 2 hits here in this game, as Deja Tapia has been letter perfect. Matter of fact, they've only had 4 base runners and nobody's reached second base yet. Hasso trying to get on. It's a 2-2 pitch. Fouls it away again. Count stays 2-2. Coach Leal watching this game. Mercedes Tigers playing later on today. I tried to reach out and work something out with Mercedes. We were real close to getting that broadcast, but we keep getting a roadblock thrown up at us by some additional stuff over there. 2-2 pitch headed home. Foul ball again off the bat of Hasso. Thanks again for watching us here on RioSportsLive.com. Coming to you from Toloso Midway. This is San Benito taking on San Antonio Southwest. Game 2 of a best-of-3 series. Garcia on deck, Hasso at the plate. Gonzalez started it by flying out to left field. 3 runs all scored by San Antonio Southwest in the 5th. There's another foul ball. That's over here by us. Look out, Nathaniel. That wasn't even close. 2-2 remains the count. Hasso with a good at bat. The Lady Hounds of San Benito are running out of outs. Are we looking at Game 3? I'll look over at Karch Partita and ask him. Are we 30 minutes out from Game 3 after this, roughly? After this game, there's a ground ball up the middle. Play it first. Safe there as Hasso beats it out. Yeah, that's a confirmation. It'll be 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one, if we have to play Game 3. Hasso aboard. Here comes Sarah Garcia. Like I told you at the beginning of this game, both of these teams are capable of stringing hits and runs together. They're going to flip to see who's the home team, by the way. I told you the umpires weren't sure. There's a reason for that. They're going to flip it. Nobody knows. Garcia steps in, walked in the second inning, struck out in the fifth. For the Lady Hounds, they still need one more base runner to bring up the tying run. Strike called to Garcia. Steph Lopez on deck. Lady Hounds have yet to have a runner reach second base here in this game. Garcia waits for the next one. Tapia spins it home. Swing and a fly ball in the left field. Pretty well hit, but stays in the air. Reeled in there by Rubio for the second out. 2 down, it brings in Steph Lopez. Wind kind of cut that ball down as it's now coming in over the center field, blowing in across from center to left, but more in than anywhere. Lopez on the day, 0 for 2. Lady Hounds now down to their final out. Lady Dragons, 1 out away from sending us to game 3. There's a strike to Lopez. 0-1 the count. Yes, fans watching this game, we will go ahead and stick around here for game 3 if it comes to play. Next one coming. Foul ball back to the screen. And now Tapia within a strike is shutting out the Lady Hounds here in game 2. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 2 outs here for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Cisneros on deck. Lopez will have to reach. Ball misses. 1-2. What it means is if Carrie Cisneros gets to hit this inning, she'll represent the tying run. Lopez will have to get on board. She's still in the hole, 1-2. Tapia has struck out 4. Ball 2 misses. 2-2. Here's where you figure Tapia will come after Lopez. Those 2 were pitches she wanted her to hit if she was going to swing. There's a foul ball back to the screen. Lopez battles away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 2 out. 7th inning here. 3 runs on 5 hits for San Antonio Southwest. No runs on 3 hits thus far for San Benito. Lopez stands in. 2-2 pitch. Pop up. This should do it. Reeled in, and San Antonio Southwest gets the job done. In the inning for San Benito, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Game over, 3-0. San Antonio Southwest wins this one. That means we'll have game 3. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down pretty quick because they'll have a coin toss. They're going to start game 3 in 30 minutes. We're going to schedule it, and we're going to stay right here. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Go back and watch this one if you want for the next 30 minutes at least. I would fast forward to the 5th inning if I were you. That's where it all happened. 3 runs were scored. San Antonio Southwest wins this one. So long for just a while.